Oh, there's actually no way. We finally have our first set of developer notes for Solo Leveling Arise, and I've looked on a little bit ahead, and as you can see right here, we are going to be getting Silvermane BAEK YOONHO as our very next character. So although we did think it was going to be Charhain, it is evidently not. So let's get into these developer notes. So it says, "Greetings hunters, this is the Solo Leveling Arise team. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the hunters who are accompanying us on our journey in Solo Leveling Arise. We are aware of your keen interest in gameplay and all the other upcoming updates soon to come. Today, the Solo Leveling Arise team will review the past month of early access and share some insights into the gameplay that will be unveiled in the near future. But first, let's take a look at the upcoming update scheduled for April." And then, of course, Silvermane BAEK YOONHO will then join the gate raid. So, of course, we're actually going to be getting Silvermane BAEK YOONHO in the game. We're actually going to be getting another character within the game. So, yeah, crazy stuff. We're actually going to be getting another character within this early access. I believe there was some doubts around whether we would or wouldn't get new characters or not, because we didn't know if they were just going to save them for when the global version actually came out. But this is honestly kind of crazy, because you don't really see this BAEK YOONHO pretty much properly until Jeju Island. So to release it now is kind of, to me, it's a little bit early, but still, I'll take it. And yeah, I have no idea how this is going to work on the global version, as we're going to have 2 release characters before the global version is even out, so I don't know how global players are going to be able to get these characters. I would imagine they rerun them, but I feel like a lot of players are going to feel like they're missing out, so we'll just have to wait and see. But more importantly, he tears down enemies mercilessly with claws equipped on both hands, as you can see right here, and he's a close-range dealer, or damage dealer, specialized in dealing massive damage to a single enemy. So single target bosses are just going to get absolutely destroyed by this guy, which is kind of crazy. And then we got, initially the team deliberated very carefully on presenting BAEK YOONHO in both beast form and human form. After careful consideration of each form's skills and position, we concluded that only by separating the hunter would we be able to properly present the unique battle style for each hunter. So basically, it's just, what it is an excuse. It's an excuse to split them into 2 characters, is what it is, basically. That's what it is. That's what they're saying. So then they can sell it as 2 different characters, which is the reason, but that's not what they're saying it is. But honestly, I don't really mind too much. Like, every gacha game does it with different forms of characters, so yeah, anyways. And then we're delighted to announce that Silvermane BAEK YOONHO will join the gate raid, bringing even more thrilling action to the game. Alright, okay, pretty cool. And then maintaining vibrant gameplay. Over the past month, we have identified several issues. Please mention gold. Okay, here we go. And we are in the process of resolving them one by one. For example, we reduced the combat difficulty of Chapter 8 to 5 on April 11th. They did do that. And then more details will be revealed in the upcoming update notices. In today's developer note, we would like to focus on 2 major changes in the game. Alright, here we go. Enhancing enjoyment in battle experience. Okay, the difficulty of Power of Destruction will be reduced. Okay, alright, okay. I mean, I'm always fine with that. And then the hunter formation will be improved to automatically select the hunter with the highest combat power after comparing the hunter you own and the hunter that is provided in the sub-story. Alright, whatever. I don't really know what that means too much, but I think that's just when you select like the auto form button to select your team. I think that's what that's for. And then the skill effects of some hunters will be improved. Oh, okay. So some hunters are actually getting buffed? That's kind of crazy. Alright, fairs. Alright, cool. And then the achievement conditions for certain battle missions will be relieved. Oh, Jesus Christ, please tell me that they're removing like the ones where you can't take a certain amount of hits. Although towards the later part of the game it hasn't felt too bad, but at the start it feels really awful, so hopefully they change that. That'll be really good. Right, removing obstacles hindering hunter sprint. So we fixed issues where the game would freeze upon clearing certain contents during loading or in the middle of gameplay. Thank God. Okay, so if you don't know what this is, it's basically a bug where when you like cleared, I think it was mainly towards the early story stage. I think that's only where it would really happen. And basically what would happen is you'd clear the stage and then it would just freeze and then you just couldn't leave the stage, but you were just still within the stage, like the winning screen or whatever. So I think that's basically what that means. And then fixed issues where tutorials wouldn't progress properly, causing the game to be unplayable. Yeah, I had some of those issues when re-rolling at the very start, but I managed to fix it myself, so that's always good to be able to fix that. And then we value your feedback, and the Solo Leveling Arise team will continue to grow with your valuable opinions. Lovely stuff. Right, Faction of the Shield. Defense... Oh, is this going to be cheaters, I think? Yeah. Defense measures against the use of illegal programs and malicious behavior will be further strengthened. Our team is committed to creating a fair gaming environment. Always great. And they're going to do this by continuously monitoring and tracking illegal programs. Through thorough analysis, we're investigating and taking action against malicious behavior. And then we will continue to strive to strengthen and enhance our defenses against illegal programs and malicious activities. Amazing stuff, lovely stuff. And essentially, if you don't really know what they're on about, is basically if you go to probably any ranked game mode, you'll probably see at some point there's like people that are just extremely further ahead. Obviously, I'm not saying these two are cheaters, but it's just I'm using it as an example. But basically, in a lot of ranked game modes, you'll see just a lot of people that'll have way higher score than anybody else, and it's probably just because they have just been cheating, and that's pretty much it. Although again, not to say these people are cheating, because I have no idea. They could just have actually just cracked the code with this boss and gotten a ton of points, but yeah. And this has been a pretty big problem. As you can see, there's a pretty big gap between like first, second, third, and well, not between those three, but then from like third to fourth, there's like a pretty big gap. So I wouldn't be too surprised if some of these players are cheating. Again, I'm not saying they are, but yeah, just keep in mind that this is a pretty big enough issue, especially for the pay-to-play players, because a lot of people are investing their money into this game to get high ranks, but when you've got cheaters ruining it for them, then it's not really good. All right, so we've got the final two things. Here we have the upcoming journey. We are focusing on a major update scheduled for May, which is obviously when the global version is going to come out. And it says our focus lies in improving the game by closely monitoring aspects related to combat experience, resource acquisition, and consumption and balance. So I'll probably read into towards a lot more, but it does seem some stuff about gold is mentioned. But I think, yeah, things like weapon enhancement materials and gold are probably the two biggest issues in the game right now. So hopefully they're going to be able to change how many of all of that we can get, which is really good. And here we go. So we have a list right here. So our team is actively preparing the following. So considering a reduction in the gold cost for artifact replacement. God damn it. Oh, why, man? Why do you have to reduce the cost? Just get rid of it. Get rid of it. It needs to be gone. Whatever. At least it's an improvement, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And then adding additional sources for acquiring artifact enhancement chips to allow players more frequent experiences with artifact enhancement. So yeah, that's also another thing that they've also buffed relatively recently, is how many of those you get, but they might go even further. Improving the reward acquisition method of the Power of Destruction system. Yes, please, because in Power of Destruction it's just impossible to get any of like the big rewards. As for at least this version of the dragon or whatever, to get the final reward, you need 150 million points. And if we go to the overall rankings, the highest is 17 million. And some of them could be cheating. Again, like I said, they could be, could not. I have no idea. But yeah, the fact that 17.2 million is the highest and you can get up to 150 million, yeah, it probably does need changing. At least this part definitely needs changing. So hopefully they do change that, which will be really good. And then we got adding the chapter 15 story. Very nice, of course. That's always really good. We've seen that in the roadmap at the media showcase. I think we saw that as well. So we already knew that. And I think they also had a bunch of gameplay from like G-Star, I think it was, as well, of that story chapter. So there's always that as well that we can look into to see even more. But yeah, we already knew this stuff was coming anyways. And then developing various challenge contents to provide diverse combat experiences, improving the method of selling / salvaging all weapons and artifacts. So it's just probably just a quality of life, make it easier, faster, quicker. Lovely stuff. And then finally adding new stories to the Hunter archive. Thank goodness. Please, man. This game mode is already dead. This game mode is already dead. This is, out of all the game modes that are in here, it's this and Battlefield of Trials you'll play the least, because in Hunter Archive you have the Juhi Lee story, as well as the Taeshik Kang, or Kang Taeshik, whatever, and that's it. That's all you have. So obviously it does seem like the next one is going to be Jinwoo, so that'll always be good. So yeah, we need more of these, and also increase the rewards for these, because you get 250, you get one single off of this, which is just like, it's just really bad, honestly. This game mode is so bad in comparison to a lot of the others. So hopefully they give us a lot more of these in the future, and hopefully increase the rewards for them, because yeah, I mean, mean, me personally, they're just pretty bad rewards anyways. Alright, then Solo Leveling Arise will continue to develop through the diverse feedback from hunters, and your opinions play a significant role in its development. Of course, they're going to say that. It's just the classic stuff. Obviously, you can never really believe them on this, but you got to see, well, I mean, you got to take their word for it, at least at this point, until they make some really big mistakes and then don't fix them, basically. So yeah, not too bad. Overall, developer notes, great stuff so far. The reduction in gold for artifact replacement is really nice. It's a big positive, so we like that. And then the final bit is the team is dedicated to delivering a unique experience to our hunters through astonishing action beyond the original story that enthralled the world. Amazing stuff. Get ready for Solo Leveling Arise, where you'll encounter a fresh kind of excitement and ignite your thirst for challenges. This concludes our developer note for today, and we'll return with more updates in the next one. Stay tuned. Wow. Okay. Wow. Overall, pretty okay. Not too bad. Nothing too crazy apart from this behemoth right here, BAEK YOONHO. If you want to know what he does, then I released a kit video about him not too long ago, so you can go and watch that if you want to find out what he does. And yeah, it's definitely correct. He's definitely going to be a close range damage dealer that does a huge amount of single target damage to enemies by utilizing the bleed debuff, which is really cool. But yeah, overall positives, some bigger than others, of course. A lot of things like reducing the difficulty of stuff is always great, so casual players can enjoy the game more, always fantastic, and it just makes it easier for everyone else. That's always good. But the only really main complaint I have is the fact that they're considering a reduction in the gold cost for artifact replacement. As if you didn't know, on your characters, whenever you have a leveled up piece of gear or artifacts as it's referred to, and you want to change them, if you go ahead and want to change them, it actually ends up costing you gold, which is just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why this is a thing. It's just pointless, because what it does is it gatekeeps you from trying to experiment with characters like Jinwoo and just other hunters in general, and trying to find their best builds like for yourself, which is, it's not really ideal. So it is what it is. Hopefully they just remove it, and instead of just consider reducing the cost. If it's a massive reduction in cost, then it's definitely fine. That'll be acceptable. But right now it's not, unfortunately. And yeah, I think the only thing else that they didn't address was the actual how much gold we're getting, because yeah, gold you use a lot, and I mean a lot, and it's the most important resource in the game. So hopefully they can also further increase the amount of gold that we get, or just give us more methods of getting gold, which they definitely will do further down the line with the new permanent game modes that will be coming out. So yeah, hopefully they can do all those things. But overall, I think it's positivity, at least. At least they're not taking steps backwards or anything, I don't think. So yeah, not too bad. BAEK YOONHO is coming out soon, scheduled for this month, which is crazy. He looks really, really cool. I cannot wait to get my hands on him and use him. So most importantly, if you did enjoy this video, or you found it useful, helpful in general, then do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace!